This is a special report from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast.
Alec Murdaugh taking responsibility for his actions? Seems impossible, but that's exactly what took place today in a South Carolina courtroom. In a major turn of events, the embattled South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh has pled guilty to a series of federal charges following his conviction in March for the murders of his wife and son. The latest development adds another dark chapter to the narrative surrounding one of South Carolina's once prominent legal families. Murdaugh appeared before U.S. District Court Judge Richard Gergel in Charleston, South Carolina on Thursday, where he admitted guilt to nearly 24 federal fraud and money laundering charges. The courtroom atmosphere was thick with emotion as Murdaugh, tearfully confessing, said he was pleading guilty of his own free will, quote unquote, and so that his son could, quote, see him take responsibility for his actions, unquote. He also expressed his desire to help his victims find healing, as reported by attorneys present during the hearing. As per the official plea agreement, Murdaugh will accept responsibility for 22 charges. These include 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire and bank fraud, 5 counts of wire fraud, a single count of bank fraud, another count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and a staggering 14 counts of money laundering. The severity of these charges is underscored by their potential punishment. Some can lead to a maximum of 20 years in federal prison, while others could result in up to 30 years behind bars. These charges stem from a scheme where Murdaugh, in conjunction with a bank employee, allegedly defrauded his personal injury clients and laundered over $7 million. The indictment states that Murdaugh used these ill-gotten funds for personal benefit, which included settling personal loans and covering personal expenses. The plea's conditions stipulate that if Murdaugh adheres to the agreement, federal attorneys will propose that any federal prison time runs concurrently with any state sentence given for the same offenses. However, this is far from the end of Murdaugh's legal woes. He represents the third generation of the Murdaugh family, a lineage of esteemed lawyers and solicitors that once commanded significant influence in South Carolina's Low Country. The conviction for the 2021 murders of his wife and son has already sentenced him to life without parole. Yet claims of a courtroom tampering by a clerk during his trial have led to demands for a new trial by his defense team. This controversial claim is under investigation right now, with South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson pointing out significant factual disputes that might jeopardize the credibility of Murdaugh's assertions. Moreover, Murdaugh remains enmeshed in several other legal battles, both at the state and federal levels, where he faces more than 100 additional charges. One such upcoming trial in November relates to allegations of stolen settlement funds from the late housekeeper of the Murdaugh family, Gloria Satterfield. These allegations are among the first in a long line that accuses Murdaugh of defrauding victims of millions. His alleged financial crimes include embezzlement, computer crime, money laundering, and even tax evasion. The case of Alec Murdaugh and his family's storied history in South Carolina underscores a dramatic fall from grace as we continue to watch the cards crumble. That's the latest in this case. I'm Tony Brewski. Press subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates as we have them for you right here.
This has been a special report from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast.